So for today, we're going to be doing the Titan Jade Filament set. I do apologize that I haven't been recording. I basically took a little vacation because Monster Hunter came out. I've been really enjoying that. I've also been doing a few things in the background as well. So yeah, I just took a little bit of a break because this channel has been pissing me off a little bit. Just more so just the analytics of it, but that's more so Destiny 2, not myself. But either way, let me know what you guys think. Remember, we've already done the review video and the shader video for the Jade Filament and the Hunter video as well. Definitely check it out because I do think some sets are really cool. But for this one, we're going to be taking individual pieces from the Jade Filament set and then making individual sets from those pieces, so that way you guys are aware of how I'm doing this. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first one. I actually really like this one. For the other pieces, it's going to be the Prune Luster Helmet, the Finale's Iron Mark, and then for the actual pieces, it's going to be Jade Filament Plate and Greaves. For the actual exotic itself, we're going to be using Wishful Ignorance. For the shader, it's going to be Lucid for everything but the Mark. Mark is going to be Dark Water Froth. So I love this set. I think it's really cool. If I were to change one thing, it would most likely either be the boots or the chest piece. Just because I don't like combining the boots and the chest piece, just because it's like one of my rules. It's not like a really big rule because I do break it, obviously, but I don't like combining the chest piece and the boots for the Hunters and Titans because it feels like the same set. Not so much for the Warlocks. The Warlocks, it's actually different. Well, it's the helmet and the chest piece. I don't like combining those two because it feels like the same set as well. So the only reason I did this one is because I knew this was going to be a banger. I needed more green in there, and I know Lucid has a green, but I just wanted that like strand coloring, and the boot strand, I wanted that as well because the arms have that, which I totally mentioned, but I forgot to mention. But the Wishful Ignorance, we're using the Illogical Fallacy ornament, which I think is beautiful. So I think I'm starting off strong with this one. I think it's probably my favorite, but I haven't seen these in like 3 weeks, so let's actually get on to the next one. As for the next one, we're going to be using the Jade Filament Helmet and the Jade Filament Mark. So this one's funny because I don't know if Bungie will ever fix this, but you guys might be wondering why the mark is different between the male and the females. So specifically, the males don't actually have the cloth, and for the females, they actually do. So I thought that was pretty funny, and I like the contrast between like no mark versus actual mark. And I do think that without the mark, it looks really cool. For this one, we're going to be using the Survival of the Strong Gauntlets, the Dendrite Shimmer Greaves, and then for the actual exotic itself, we're going to be using the Armamentarium with the Secondary Energy. Shader wise, Lucid again, love the shader, especially when you combine it with Jade Filament. It's just a really good shader for it because it is the same green, almost a 1-to-1. And yeah, this one was honestly really just dedicated to the Secondary Energy and survival of the Strong Gauntlets. I think these two pair really well together, and that's kind of like where my whole inspiration came from. Nothing really too much to talk about. I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to change some things up, I would change everything but the chest piece and arms. I can see you keeping the helmet, but the boots and the mark I think are not a good fit, just because obviously we're going for like a techno Titan type of thing, and the boots definitely do not give off that vibe. The mark, if you're a male, it gives off that mark. If you're a female, it does not give off that mark, just because the cloth really, excuse me, the mark actually really does give that much of a difference. But yeah, I would probably just end up switching the boots if I'm being quite honest. Honestly, Survival of the Strong boots, I would just put it in there. Like, I don't really mind arms and boots being together just because it's whatever's. But yeah, I would definitely, I mean, to be fair, I do have a Secondary Energy like look that I have, and this is definitely not it, but I do use the arms in that one if I remember correctly. As for the next set, we're going to be using the Abeyant Leaps for this one, and the actual Jade Filament pieces are going to be the helmet and the gauntlets. For the actual other pieces, it's going to be the Snow Plume Plate and then the Nightly Noir Mark. So I actually like this one quite a bit. I do think it looks a little bit better on the females, just because like it looks more proportioned, I guess. I don't know what it is, honestly. The other, like, one of the things I would change is the helmet. I've used it already twice. I would definitely switch out the helmet for something else. Something a little bit spiky, because obviously the arms have that spike to them. For the shadering, Ancient Wisdom, just because Ancient Wisdom is a good green. Yeah, I actually do like this one a lot. Will it be one of the Bane Leap sets that I use? Not really. And this is not to say this set is bad by any means. It's just the other sets that I've made with the Bane Leaps are like leaps and bounds better. Like legitimately, some of the sets that I made for a Bane Leap are probably some of the best I've done for the Titans. Like legitimately, they look really, really cool. So much so I kind of want to show it off right now, but I'll stop myself because I do want to make a video of just all of the older sets that I've done in the past. And though the Bane Leap video will go hard because I'm telling you, dog, some of the sets that I made it for Bane Leaps just are unnecessarily hard. Like this one is really cool though. Like I really, really do like it. I would probably, you know what it is? It's just the fact that like there's only one piece that has the strand like out in the bout. That's kind of like what my main issue is. Like if I had like another piece that had that, I think it would be really cool. Like maybe the mark, but if the mark had the actual cloth to it for both, I think that would be really cool. But yeah, Titans, let me know what you guys think about this one. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the Jade Filament arms and the Jade Filament boots. For the actual exotic itself, we're going to be using Lorelei Splendor with Lorelei Splendor. Did I just make up something up? Lorelei Splendor with this ornament. I refuse to say the name of this ornament because I will fuck it up. For the chest piece, Wolf Kiss plate, and then for the mark, we're actually going to be using the new Iron Banner, like what is it called? Iron Intent, I think it's called. And then for the shader, Venomous. So obviously I'm using a lot of shaders that have green glows in this. Obviously you want to do that considering Jade Filament strands don't change color. And this is what I was talking about when I was saying like, for the previous one where it's only one piece that had the strands. I think this one's came out really cool because there's only the strands on the boots and the arms, and then some of the glow on the actual helmet. Everything else does not have a glow, and I think that's a perfect mix of it. This one is really cool. It's like a mix of like strand and like a Valkyrie type of Titan, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I actually think this one's really, really cool. Is it the best one here? I don't know, because I do like the first one I think is amazing. I think the third one is super cool, but it's between the first and the fourth one, if I'm being honest. I think both of those are really, really good. Second one has work to be made, and the third one is just not there yet for me, for a Bane Leaps at least. Like I've made some banger Bane Leap sets, and this one is not one of them. So yeah, I definitely like this one. Is it the best Lorelei Splendor set that I've ever made? Hell no. I've made some crazy sets. Like I think the first set that I made for it's still my favorite, just because they look like a fucking warrior. This one's really cool though. Like I really do like this one. So yeah, I guess the first one's still my favorite, just because it's something new that I did with the illogical fallacy that I actually really, really like, compared to like the second one, which I think still needs work. Third one is not the best Bane Leap set that I've made, and then the fourth one is good, but it's not the best Lorelei Splendor set that I've ever made. I think the illogical fallacy set is the best. That one is the best set that I've ever made. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, I'm going to be working on a few things. Specifically, tomorrow is Guardian Games, so I will most likely be buying that armor set first, and then we'll do the Star Wars set later. The thing that I have to really, really preface is the fact that I will most likely be simplifying the process of these videos. So specifically, I might end the whole like male and female comparison because it just takes too much time. And for my idea, canonically for me in my head, the way my guardians are is the hunter's a male, the titan's a male, and then the warlock's a female. That's how it's always been in my head. It's probably because that's how it was when Destiny 1, the commercials for it was being like produced. Both hunter and titan were male, and then the warlock was a female. But that's how I've always viewed my titans, or my characters I should say, my guardians. It used to be hunter guy, and then the titan and warlock were girls, but it's rough. Let's just say that. So I might end up doing that where the hunter still stays the guy, the titan still stays the guy, but the warlock stays the girl. And that's how I might showcase just everything, just because again, it takes too much time and I'm just a lot more busy now. I mean, to the point where like I have to finish these videos within 30 minutes because I have to do something else for about like 6 hours. So yeah, it's just, I don't have as much time as I used to. And it's funny because now that I'm doing another thing, I just realized just how much time I actually did have, and I just kind of squandered it. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best to like keep up content here, but just be aware that it's gonna slow down a bit, or at least it's gonna be simplified. So it's either like it slows down a bit or it gets simplified. So like one of them takes longer, but you will get the same content you get always, or it gets simplified, but I push out content faster, like to the point where like the whole like armor rotating and stuff might not even be a thing anymore. It might just be I just show you in-game stuff. Like that's kind of like where my head goes, is like if I want to push out content, I might just show it to you in game and fuck the whole like presentation, because again, I'm just really busy and I just don't know if I have the time to like record my character rotating, take all the pictures for everything, because again, like this all takes time. This like actually I can show you in game. This is what we just covered right here, right? So this is the male, female. This is the base look. So like the whole like presentation thing, the male and female letters, and then the actual image of the like set that I just showcased. Not only that, I have to actually render these out because they're too big when I record. So like if I record them with just these on, it takes like 2 hours, but if I render them, then it takes like an hour, or not even, like 40 minutes probably. So yeah, and I have like a lot of these. This is the Titans, Warlocks. This is the new ornaments that we got. I'm gonna do the Titans and Warlocks just because I did do the Hunters already, but after that we most likely will not be doing like this again. Like specifically, let me just show you real quick what I mean. So this is how it is for, if you guys have seen any of these videos. And again, actually I'll talk about this in a separate video, because I do think that's important. So apologize that I know some people don't like when I yap, but it's kind of like, it's my channel, dog. Like, I can do whatever I want. If you don't like me yapping, just leave. I know some people are like, yeah, you're kind of mad. It's like, I'm not mad. It's just like, if you don't like my content, just leave, dog. Like I promise you, I won't mind. Like there's other content creators that are much better at this than me. I just do what I like to do. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you.